Oops, it's a little late. Just got back from work. Luckily, Friends and Allies is really nice. They bring samples of their beer so you can try before you put it. They have a lot of rotation like every other brewery. So right now they're letting us, the chefs look at this flavor profiles and stuff and see if they would put it on them. Some of them they do, some of them they don't. I think they do most of them. Honestly, Friends and Allies is honestly very quality beer. Like you can get your friends into it. They're not going to make a super crazy strong beer. And a lot of people talk smack, but like if you're a super hop head, that's fine. But if you want to help people enjoy beer, you can't just be like, hey, you got to have this. You got to enjoy. You can't match somebody's taste buds to yours. Your taste buds could be sensitive. They might not handle bitter, or you could happen to be a real good taster, but you hate bitter or love bitter. There's a lot of things that come into it. So this is very nice that you get to try a little bit. Some places give you little snifters so you can sample it, which is really nice because then you don't have to have a whole beer that you're like, oh, that was too strong, or oh, that's too far. So luckily, they know I love beer. They see my videos, are kind enough to give me one. So just thank you for Friends and Allies for making great beer. And Juniper, place I work at, they really take their time to look at what they have on the menu, their wines, everything. It's very nice, and they rotate. So this will be coming out. A lot of them, like brewers, are focused on tropical, which is wonderful. So I'm gonna try not to look at the flavors and see if I can get any of them, because that's what I really need to practice. But it is 6.8%. It's a very good average. It's a tropical IPA, obviously. I didn't see what hops are in it. Nope. But we'll find out. So usually tropical on average, I'm thinking Centennial, maybe Idaho 7 can be a contributor. Mosaic, my absolute favorite. And let's see, but right now it looks very light, so it has to do with the malt. So they probably just use, looks like regular malt. And you can get toasted malt, you can do liquid malt, which I've learned, but this one obviously was just made with straight malt. Very light, which allows the hops to really be in the beer and influential. Once you start to toast it, it can cut back or switch out flavors. So it has like that buttery pineapple smell. Like it smells like I'm cooking pineapple and butter. Like it's just starting to warm up, and you get that first hit of steam. That's kind of cool. So that has to be Mosaic. So it's very dry, very light body. Wow, it's very like, that would make it very crushable. I kind of get like a little bit of a lemon rind flavor. Pineapple for sure. It resembles like a sunshiny bright pineapple that has like no sugar in it. So that one's pretty cool. All right, let's see what they say. I did not get the chili, or I'm not even sure what Azacca is, but I definitely feel the lime. It is mango-y, but that also reminds, that's that buttery for me, because mango, it's a little deeper, rounded, and when you actually eat a mango, it has like this texture that not is only on the actual fruit, but in the flavor. But for the malt being so light, it makes me see more like a pineapple. But I don't know if that's his mango concept or if it actually has mango in it. But mango, chili, lime, and Azacca, so I guess that's all in it. But I definitely get the limey. I can feel the chili, but I like more of the tropical side of it. So I'm not sure what hops they use. I need to really look into that. But this is very, very dry, easy drinking, very mellow. Yeah, it's like the last few days of summer. So there's a hot day, you grab this bad boy. I feel like almost there's salt in there or something, but it's really nice. It's very mellow but bright. It makes any sense. Wow. So it has a very mellow bitter that just lingers back and forth on the tongue. I get it a little bit in the back, so that could be like more of the bitter from the hops. When they get more fruity and hazy, I kind of feel it in the front of my tongue. But this one starts off and you feel it go all the way through, and you drink your beer, and then it just back and forth. It's very easy drinking, honestly. The bitter on this is probably like 50 IBUs. So this is something that you can get a friend started. So if they don't know and you have friends that are not big on IPAs, this is something where they can get exposure to the bitterness and you can help walk them through what started you out, because there was definitely IPAs that people are like, oh, that's a good starter one. So Striker, was it Striker? I'm pretty sure it's Striker by Venom Striker. It's Copperhead is what it's called. So like their IPA, their everyday one, they got me started. And it was like this, but a little more intense flavor, a little bit darker. There's a couple other ones. Do not jump to Ballast Point if you hadn't had any IPAs. Do not. They're great IPAs, but they're very strong, and their grapefruit one is made for people who love intense bitterness. It's very vibrant, and it just, yeah, they don't mess around. This Friends and Ally one, this is the one I bring to the party and show my friends that aren't into it, and then some people that are just everyday beer drinkers that just haven't had tried anything different. I'm like, you gotta try something different, and then boom, we pull this out, and they're like, oh, that's amazing. So the response they had was the same thing. They didn't really get all of this, but it was very enjoyable. They liked it. So on the overall general side of regular beer drinkers, it's pretty nice. It hits the spot, and it actually helps you push forward on IPA. So hopefully this is one you can try out. You can see the can, looks amazing. It very stands out. This picture kind of just really hits the spot for the beer because it's very bright and colorful, but it doesn't blind you, even though it stands out. And that's what the taste is. It's bright, it's vibrant, but it's not way overwhelming where you're like, all right, I had enough, tap out. So damn, that's very, I'm gonna sip on this one. I'm not trying to crush it, but I'm off tomorrow. So after this, I'm gonna relax. And honestly, this is a good chilling, a grilling, bake something good. You know, that's what this is beer for. So I think you should try that out. Maybe make a roast and then have that while you're waiting on the roast. But don't forget the roast. Don't have too many beers, because then you will forget the roast. But other than that, I hope this taught you a little bit. This is quality beer. If you're new, please subscribe. I'm trying to fill in more gaps, but I'm really just trying to get as many covered as possible without going overboard, so that we can really start narrowing down a profile for each new person that comes on. If you just happen to be in the community, you already have your opinions, that's great. For anyone else that's somewhere in the middle or doesn't get too many craft beers, because they always get, oh, I got burnt out on craft beers. I always hear that, and it's like, if you go in too fast and heavy, of course you can get burned out. I'm not trying to do that. I enjoy beer. I will go back to basic lagers once in a while. That's kind of like a palate cleanser. Then you go to your next beer and like, oh man, that's amazing. That's nice. That's good. I like that. That's hoppy. This is fruity. This is citrusy. And it just, you know, rejuvenates your taste buds. And then you get a little, you know, feel a little burnt out. Just relax. You know, there's always beer for every day. So thank you for watching, checking me out. I hope you have a great evening.